Hello and welcome once again to Carry On Streamin, Edinburgh Folk Club's virtual club night, vaccinating you against the doom and gloom of the times. Well, a wee nod to St Patrick's Day, which was just a few days before this recording, and we're going to start off with a mighty trio led by Nuala Kennedy. That's Nuala on flute, Tina Breen on fiddle and Tony Byrne on guitar, and a couple of Nuala's own tunes, Monsieur Demers and the Filer. But before that, they start off with a Muniera de Paula by Huaca Amiga. that was Nuala Kennedy, Tina Breen and Tony Byrne with a set named after the first tune in the set, Muniera de Paula. Well, it's almost 3 years now since we lost Anne Renshaw, a very good friend to Edinburgh Folk Club and a regular entrant at the club's songwriting competition. We have a recording of Anne, and here she is with her very own Gypsy Queen.
She was queen of the Yetum gypsies, Jean Gordon was her name. She would roam across the border and wander far frae hame. She was tall and proud and handsome, we all kent the country round. And Patrick, for her husband, had worn the gypsy croon. But Patrick, he'd been banished, she'd no see him again. She felt remorse and sorrow, ashamed of all her men. For her sons were wild and lawless, and all had come to grief. 3 were hanged together, each one a common thief. Patrick, we needed to support her, frae Grace Jean Gordon fell. The queen of the Yetum gypsies was thrown into a cell. They kept her long imprisoned, then brought her to the court. New, old and sick and helpless, their pity then she sought. I'll leave this land forever if you will set me free. They listened to her pleading, and to this they did agree. So she turned her back on Scotland and bade a sad farewell. The grassy banks of Beaumont, nae mair her feet would feel. Jean paid the price for freedom, an exile she became. For years she travelled England, but missed the hills of hame. The royal house of Stuart she championed long and loud. Her words, they werena welcome, they angered all the crowd. They dragged her to the Eden to drown the Gypsy Queen. Charlie, yet she shouted, for king he should have been. So the queen of the Yetum gypsies, Jean Gordon was her name. In Carlisle across the border, met her end far frae her hame.
Now, Matt McGhie was a great character, a one-off with an often sardonic take on the world. This is a different take altogether, a beautiful lullaby, Coorie sung here by Stephen and Pernille Quigg.
Coorie-doon, 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 my darling, coorie-doon the day. Coorie-doon, 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 my darling, coorie-doon the day. Lie doon, my dear, darkness dusting down. But we mun lay oor heat and light, oor fire and oor lamb. Coorie-doon, 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 my darling, coorie-doon the day. Coorie-doon, 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 my darling, coorie-doon the day. Your daddy coorie's doon, my darling, doon in a 3-foot seam. So you can coorie-doon, my darling, coorie-doon and dream. Coorie-doon, 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 my darling, coorie-doon the day. 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 Coorie-doon, 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 coorie-doon.
Stephen and Pernille Quigg there with Coorie-doon. It's time now for our monthly guitar slot with Andy Smith, our friend from Kelso Folk Club. And we're continuing the Irish theme with a beautiful tune which Andy's going to play for you called Southwind.
This month I've got a guitar arrangement of a well-known traditional Irish waltz for you. It's called Southwinds, and to play this I've put my guitar into one of my favourite tunings for traditional material. It's a bit like Dadgad, but the third string is tuned right down to E. So it's D, A, D, E, A, D. Now I've taken this at quite a leisurely tempo, and to make the stretches a little easier I've also put the capo on the second fret. So let's just play it, shall we?
Andy Smith and Southwind. And if you'd like to have a go at Andy's arrangement, you can find the tab for it in the accompanying publication, and the link to that is in the box down below. Now, Francie Devine is a fine singer from Howth, just outside Dublin, and it's outside indeed that he went to record this next song to Deer Park Golf Course just outside Howth, and the song is The Banks of the Bann. Sam Henry, in his Songs of the People, reckoned that the song was written round about 1865 by a Johnny Spence, described as a kind of a gentleman. But Francie reckons that the song actually goes back a wee bit further. There's a broadside version of it in the Bodleian Library in Oxford that's dated to about 1825. Whatever its origins, it's a fine song, The Banks of the Bann.
As I went out walking up above the hill town, the fair and lovely mountains, they did me surround. I spied a pretty fair maid, and to me she looked grand. She was plucking wild roses by the banks of the Bann. I stepped up beside her, and these words I did say: kind nature has ordained we would meet on this day. Kind nature has ordained, won't you please take my hand, and we will walk together by the banks of the Bann. 'Twas a fine summer's evening, and we found a quiet place, and I knew by the blush that appeared on her face. We lay down together unto a bed of sand, and she's rolled in my arms by the banks of the Bann. Kind sir, you have wronged me, won't you tell me your name? So when my baby is born, I may give him the same. My name it is Willie Archer, but you must understand that my home and habitation, they lie close by the Bann. I cannot marry you, an apprentice I am bound, to the spinning and the weaving in Rathfriland town. But when my time it is over, won't you please take my hand shall be married by the banks of the Bann. So come all you pretty fair maids, and take warning by me, and don't go out a-courting at 1, 2, or 3. And don't go out a-courting as late as you can, or you may meet with Willie Archer by the banks of the Bann.
Francie Devine and the Banks of the Bann, and you may have detected the odd snuffle from Ruagan the dog there. Our final item takes us to a renowned duo, the two Ians, Ian Walker and Ian Bruce, joined on this occasion by Ian Walker's wife, Mo. And this is I Stand Tall.
And you run round and round and round, deal with your demons, and then you can settle down, look him in the eye, face him and win. Fly with the wind just as high as an eagle can, fly with the will like it, some kind of Superman, fly above the clouds or leave him behind. Driving through the dark night, tangled in the twilight, up against the red light, heading for that hard stone wall, looking for the green light, hunted down the highlights, pushed away the north lights. I stand tall, I stand tall. Can't you hear the sound? I stand tall. Of barriers broken down. I stand tall. Of one voice according, I stand tall. We stand tall. Run from your red'll make me stop, green'll make me go. I'm ready for the amber, I'm in full flow. Red'll make me stop, green'll make me go. I'm ready for the amber. Now I know I stand tall. Can't you hear the sound? I stand tall. Of barriers broken down. I stand tall. Of one voice according. I stand tall. We stand tall. Run from your fears and you run round and round and round. Deal with your demons. Then you can settle down, look him in the eye. Yeah, face him and win. Fly with the wind just as high as an eagle can, fly with the will like some kind of Superman, fly above the clouds or leave him behind. Run from your dance away the dark night, around, deal with your demons. Through the twilight. Then you can settle down, look in blind the eyes to the red light, breaking down that hard stone wall. Fly with the going for the green light as an eagle can fly with the saber in the highlight. Kind of Superman, fly above the clouds. Who I am now. Or leave her behind. I stand tall. I stand tall. Can't you hear the sound? I stand tall. Of barriers broken down. I stand tall. Of one voice according. we stand tall. Run from your fears and you'll run round and round and round. Deal with your demons, then you can settle down, looking in the eye, face them and win. Fly with the wind just as high as an eagle can fly with a will, like some kind of Superman. Fly above the clouds, or leave me. Run from your fears and you'll run around and round and round. Deal with your demons, then you can settle down, look him in the eye, face him and fly with the wind just as high as an eagle can fly with a will, like some kind of Superman. Fly above the clouds, or leave me. Run from your fears and you'll run round and round and round. Deal with your demons, then you can settle down, look him in the eye, face him and fly with the wind just as high as an eagle can fly with a will, like some kind of Superman. Fly above the clouds, or leave him behind.
Ian and Mo Walker and Ian Bruce with I Stand Tall. Carry On Streaming is produced in aid of the Paddy Bort Fund, which supports musicians who are struggling during the current pandemic. And as ever, if you would like to make a donation to the fund, you can do so by following the link down below. That's it for now. Huge thanks to all our contributors, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheerio!